Hey gang, welcome back to the 10th chapter of the Crucible Chronicles. We're celebrating 10 chapters in this series by playing a deck that I opened in the first part of this chapter. So without further ado, let's hop into today's game. Again, we are playing Offensively Laboring Wendelin. If you'd like to see what's in the deck, I'll put a link to the first part in this chapter in the video description below, and you can check that out. Well, halloo-hoo-hoo, we got ourselves a game. We're playing against Danport. He's playing Solomon Tesoro, Cazador de la Tienda. This is a Dislogosaurian deck, like the houses. What do we got? Human's Bane. Do we have any humans in this deck? I don't think so, actually. So maybe that's not going to be much of a problem. We got a couple Festering Touches, a couple Dendrix. Dendri? How do you... Dendrixes? I guess that's probably how it is. Ooh, and I love the E on the fringes. What a great... great card. What do we want to start with here? Wow, look at that. So we can get some War Grumpuses down. Double War Grumpus with the Grumpus Tamer. So that is pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting. Maybe we hold on to this. The question is, do we try and put down a War Grumpus first? I don't know. Let's just hold on to this. Maybe we put down the Spider. Use that as, I don't know, something to throw our opponent off. We do have this Volcano if we need it. I didn't really look at the Saurian here. We got Cincinnatus Rex. Oh, thank goodness it's not Cincinnatus Rex plus the combo. Oh, I can Festering Touch. Oh, that's nice. Well, maybe we just do that. We'll Festering Touch. One there. One there. Probably just fight the Titan Guardian away. All right, now we're talking. Look at this. Now we're getting some giants. I suppose Grumpus Tamer is a giant, but it's not really what I'm looking for with this War Grumpus situation. I think either way we're going with Brabnar here. Dendrix comes down, Malison comes down. So here's the thing, I can Volcano, put some damage on those, essentially negate, make it so they're not going to be useful. I kind of actually like that. It's chaotic enough for my playstyle too. Doesn't seem like I'm getting a whole lot of benefit out of it though, considering the fact I do get 2 chains. Yeah, let's do it. We'll kill the Spider. Put out the Grumpus Tamer. War Grumpus to the left. I guess Ogopogo then War Grumpus, right? Yeah, so that gives me more potential options for my War Grumpuses. Oh man, and did not draw into a single Brabnar card, so that's a bit of a bummer. Definitely a bit of a bummer. Sort of really depends on what our opponent gets down here. I don't see any, like, there's the Redder Gallum, you know, Senator Shrix, but there's not a good way, like, to put a bunch of Ember on the Shrix. I guess there's the Orator, so that could definitely be something. Orator Hissera, of course. We'll throw an Ember down. Dendrix fights the Grumpus Tamer. Okay. Doesn't like us having the Grumpus Tamer on the board. A little too much recursion. It's the only recursion we got. Okay, Imp Spectre comes down. All right, do we go shadows here? I think we go shadows, maybe try and get some stuff, move some cards. We were trying to work through these two chains, unfortunately. Put out a Vinda, Sell on the Fence will be nice. And then Inky Gloom so that Inspector can't reap. Alright, Odoak comes down, which is definitely not ideal. Definitely not ideal for me. Oh, interesting. In the order. Order to get some value out of the Inspector. Chant of Hubris from Odoak to probably one of my creatures. The War Grumpus, I would suppose. Interesting. Puts it on Sell on the Fence. I assume one of these is going to fight. The Odoak will fight into Sell on the Fence. Unless maybe they got something else. Yeah, there you go. Fighting with the Odoak. Nice. Great to see a viewer hop into a game here. All right, so we got this Odoak. Ogopogo, I can deal with this board. I can War Grumpus. I think we probably just go Brobnar. Let's do that. Let's do that. So I'll put out Grok to the right, Cowfine to the right, Ogopogo so I can reap. Might as well reap, right? Reap. And we'll reap to ready and fight with Ogopogo into the order. To deal some damage there. That seems pretty good. Oh, thanks, chicken. Man, I'm a little sad Selwyn's dead. Been a good time to get some value out of that. Alright, what are we looking for in this Logos? It's like getting on check would be pretty nice this game. Generally, this game, I'd love to get on check. Thorium Plasmate. What do you think? The War Grumpus, probably? Yeah, there it is. War Grumpus. Again, just a little too much recursion. Interesting. So I could deal with his daughter. If I go with shadows, I could steal one. Steal one with the Avinda, or I could just reap with the Avinda, put a damage down. I have this too much to protect, so is there some value there? Possibly. I think I'm going to go shadows, try and get some more creatures on the board. This deck really just needs to have a bunch of stuff on the board. The question is, am I going to use this Avinda to reap? I'm going to use this Avinda to reap, or use the action from Breaker Hill. Well, we can play out the anti-gang. That seems pretty good. Alright, well, let's do... Maybe just reap, put a damage onto the daughter. Or I could action. I'm gonna action one, and then we'll too much protect. So a little bit of Ember control there. Of course, drawing right into our next too much to protect, so that's pretty good. Just classic, as we planned. We'll see if we can just choke them out with shadows. What kind of Ember control are we looking at here? Of course, we have EE. EE, we got Saurians, of course, Red or Gallum. Yeah, that's pretty good. Let's the scoot him down, Draco Praco. Oh, nice. Well, so that's pretty good. I can just keep stealing. They can keep Red or Galluming if they'd like. Yeah, I think we just go with shadows again here. Play out the skeleton key. Play out the J-Vinda to the left. We'll reap here. We'll action to steal one. We'll action to steal one. And then we'll reap here instead of stealing one. We'll put a damage onto the daughter. And then we'll hold on to this too much to protect. We'll hold on to the too much to protect. Expect they'll be going back to Saurian, sure. The Theros Centurion. Red or Gallum to increase the key cost by 3. Cincinnatus Rex. Do some wonky stuff. We might have to actually go with Brobnar here. Enrages Shadows. Fine by me. Fine by me. Do we go back to Brobnar here? Or do we throw down some Dis? I think I probably need to deal with the Cincinnatus Rex, so let's go with Brobnar. Go with Brobnar. Who do we want? Oh man, I just can't kill this Red or Gallum. Well, I guess I could attack with the Ogopogo, and then I can... Ooh. Definitely don't want a blood money though. All right, what's the order in this? I can fight with Calfine into the Titan Guardian. Fight with Ogopogo. Deal some damage to the Titan Guardian here. So let's put some blood money on the Titan Guardian. So I think we Calfine here. Calfine there. Oh, I should have Ogopogo'd first. Well, that was a bummer. Shoot. Shoot. Well, we'll fight there. Give them 2 cards. We'll fight there. Make them lose an Ember. And now they can go ahead and do their Saurian stuff if they so please. Killed at least one of the Saurian creatures, so that feels pretty good. We may have actually just handed them their Shrix though, so that's a bummer. But they do not have their Imperial Scutum. Yeah, Reap. Lay down some more Saurian creatures. Senator Shrix, Cincinnatus Rex can fight into Breaker Hill. Take no damage, so that's good. Sadly, it is going to take me 3 creatures to kill that Cincinnatus Rex. Oh, it fights the Hugger Mugger. So if they go for the KO on something else. So of course Cincinnatus Rex will be killed if basically everything gets destroyed. Everything on my side gets destroyed, that is. So there's plenty of stuff for me to fight into. It's just a weird enough play, it might actually work. No, plays the Axiom. Very interesting. Pretty well played there. Because now I can't kill the Senator Shrix, unfortunately. Right, now we're staring down a board of Saurians, so it's a bummer. It's also a bummer I don't have 1 Shadows creature. I can too much to protect here. I think we gotta play out this Dis. They'll get the key. They'll get the key and have a good amount of Ember to speak of. So I got 4 Ember there. 4 Ember left. Maybe we can still get some value from this too much to protect. Anomaly Exploiter. Prescriptive Grammar Bot. Better luck next time. Oh, nice. Reassembling Automaton. Alright, so I think we go Dis here. We'll go Dis. We'll play the Binding Irons. Play the Ragab. Let's see, how do we want this to work? So I think we reap with Imp Spectre either way. We reap here. Reap with Imp Spectre. We can reap with Edorum to kill the Imp Spectre to purge a card from their hand. But I kind of want to be able to deal with this Senator Shrix. So, Prescriptive Grammar Bot, Taunt Hazardous 3. Okay, so we'll just fight the Dendrix into that. We'll kill that. We can fight Snag into Reassembling Automaton. We can fight Malison into... Let's do this. Let's do fight Malison into Draco Praco. Senator Shrix. Is that right? So it captures another one. Yeah. I guess we just fight Snag. The Senator Shrix. I don't really like the idea of giving them like letting them go into Saurian. Let's see, Edorum, just not quite enough damage to kill this Thero Centurion. I can reap to kill, I gotta reap, right? Gotta reap, Kill the Inspector. Purge Lilithal from their hand. So they're gonna go Saurian. They can fight into, I guess, Rakub to capture one. Plays the Quester Jarda. Interesting. What's happening here? Fighting? Fighting into Rakub. Alright, I think we gotta deal with this Jarda. Can't let that stand. Although, what are the chances? They're probably gonna be going back to Dis, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could snag. I could go with this. I actually like this. So I get enough damage now to kill the Thero Centurion. So let's go with this. We'll fight into the Quester Jarda. Malison will fight there. And then I guess we just fight the Quester Jarda. That puts us up to 8. Puts us up to 8, which is not bad. We forced them into definitely not a great play for them. I sort of wish I had another Ember, or yeah, one more Ember, because then I could possibly get something off this Garganta Scrapper. Like at least hit the Reassembling Automaton. Alright, so we got that key. The question is, we probably got more Barabnar coming up, right? We got 1, 2, let's count our discs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Actually, so we have more discs coming up. What's our Brobnar situation? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we have one more. Another Brobnar coming too. I could also try and get to like move some cards. Hugger Mugger, Mug, Repair Guardian. Let's go with Shadows here. Try and get a little more Amber. Then maybe I can get some value out of this Garganta Scrapper. I know we have a second. I think our other Narp is the last card we have. So we can Mug. I guess Mug the Repair Guardian, sure. Oh, I should have mugged my Hugger Mugger. That was dumb. Well, that's okay. We'll play that. Capture one onto Edrome. Play too much to protect here. I mean, they're sitting at 1 Ember. So I'm not super worried about that. Oh, we got Harbinger and Harvest Time. Alright, so we got their... oh, I forgot. They've got EE. So this is going to be a pretty good disc turn for them, for sure. This is an Imp. Yeah. Discards Festering Touch. Purge, I guess, something from my side. Honestly, it's almost like you purged like Human's Bane or something. Or Misery Exploit. All my stuff is super slow. See if they got enough. I think they are gonna have enough. Yeah, nice. And we're sitting on just a bunch of Brabner. Alright, so they're purging, I guess, a bunch of stuff that we care about. Let's go with Brabnar. I could take them off check with shadows, but I really need to... Maybe we actually put down this little rapskull. Well, we're going to start with the Gargantus Scrapper. And we'll play out Shorty to the left, Narp to the left, little rapskull to the right, and hope we draw into something that's useful. Alright, well, another too much to protect, so got that going for us. I really hope we don't get ourselves into a rough spot with this little rapskull again. I can purge all 3 of these. That'll get me, what, 3 ember off this harvest time if I do that. Right, Draco Praco, Cincinnatus Rex. See if they got back into the Shrix. That'd be pretty fortunate. Paraguardian to fight into Shorty. Well, that's a bit of a bummer. So we can go Dis. I can kill the EE. Can kill the Paraguardian. I could Harvest Time Giants. Which will be 2 ember for me. I don't really like that all that much. I feel like I do need to deal with his EE before generating any more ember, so let's go with this. We'll Festering Touch 1 there, 3 there. So we'll slow that roll a little bit. Man, I wish Little Rapskull wasn't a goblin. I could just purge it away with this. I really don't have a whole lot of ember otherwise. I can just purge both these. That'd be too bad, but that does give our opponent 2 ember. This is a demon, so I could play that. Purge it. Gargantus Scrapper can't even reap at this point. So let's maybe ditch the Harbinger. Or play the Harbinger. Let's play the Harbinger. Then Harvest Time. I mean, this situation I'm not really a big fan of, so. Okay, oh, I forgot. Harvest Time is bugged. So, well, you know, whatever. It doesn't even matter. Doesn't even matter. I'm not even worried about it right now. Actually, probably in hindsight, I should have purged the Little Rapskull. Should have purged the Little Rapskull. It gives me 1 ember. 1 less. I mean, I guess the Little Rapskull is pretty nice deterrent with that Cincinnatus Rex on the board. Gotta figure out a way to generate some ember here, and Once again, Little Rapskull is causing me problems. Well, this is actually kind of fun. I can start skeleton keying stuff onto Harbinger of Doom. Although, honestly, at this point, I have more creatures on the board, so not really great play. All right, so kills everything. Works for me. See if they prepare for an Axiom, maybe. I go with Shadows here. Why wouldn't they just play all their Saurian stuff out? Skeleton key one onto Avinda. Seems like it might survive. All right, see the dis. We see, okay, Malison comes down. Rotgab to make us lose one. Discards Misery Exploit. Interesting. Interesting. So do we just try and roll this out? Oh, that's a bummer. So I can sell one. So Reap will get me one, which will pull the second one off of Avinda. I can then Reap with Javinda, so I'll get me one, but our opponent doesn't have anything to steal. This Malison is definitely pretty bad with an elusive creature out on the board. And I can't get to check. Can't get to check otherwise. This is a tough spot to be in. I don't really like it. I think I might actually go move some cards because it's a non-answer. Okay, I can play Malison too. I can play Malison and a Dendrix. I guess we only have one Ember, so it's not like the end of the world. I suppose the other thing is, yeah, because like if they're gonna fight with Malison into Javinda, then I would still have the Selwyn. Still have the Selwyn, so they could make me capture one of my own, but I could potentially Selwyn it back. Oh, nice. Got rid of Volcano. Oh, so fight Selwyn in the fence. All right. All right, so we still have an elusive creature, so we'll still need to deal with that. Moves Inspector. Very strange. Maybe they have 2 Festering Touches. All right, so I think it's our turn to go dis here. It's our turn to go dis. We just reap with the Inspector. So a spider has to be an enemy flank creature. So let's just reap here. We'll fight Malison into the Reassembling Automaton. Do that. So it's now on a flank. We'll fight there. Reap there. Play out the Eterome. And end our turn. And maybe just by virtue of the fact that we have a bunch of dis on the board, we can make something happen here. Like if we can just untap with dis, that's pretty good. They're probably thinking they need to run Logos at some point. Now, it is pretty fortunate that that EE was killed. EE was killed before or after the shuffle. All right, so we do see the Axiom come down. And we're definitely running out of steam here. Definitely running out of steam. And this Thera Centurion is pretty bad. Pretty bad. So I can mug this Inspector, get that back. Let the Hugger Mugger, Breaker Hill. Man, this Thera Centurion though, just gonna be bad for me. Unless I have a way to deal with it. This will give me 1, 2. Only 2 Ember. It does move some cards though, so let's go with Shadows. Also put some more threats on the board, so that's nice. The question is, do we mug the Thera Centurion? I think we mug the Inspector. Purge remote access, so that's handy. Man, Hugger Mugger, Breaker Hill. No, it's just fodder for this Thera Centurion. But, like, do I play this too much to protect? I have another too much to protect. I think I'm actually just going to play it and hope that I can draw into the next one. That works. Sadly, we just couldn't quite get to check. Nice, so we see Logos happening. Are we worried about anything here? Not necessarily. They're a long way from getting through to their EE. They have a Rot Gub, right? So we need to remember that. They have a Rot Gub in the archives. Rot Gub in the archives. Odoac they could get back around to. Thorium Plasmates to deal with that. Right, Titan Guardian, so they're repopulating the board. All sorts of things. Here's sort of my problem now. It's like, I don't get on check if I do this. I don't get on check. Now, if they have their Odoak, and I could really kind of put myself in a rough position here. I have this Inky Gloom, right? So it prevents them from reaping. The problem is right now they can just call Logos, right? They can just call Logos and reap, and then I'm in a rough spot. And I've got too much to protect. Inky Gloom. I feel like I probably actually need to go Brobnar here and just play these creatures out. I get the Grok, so with a War Grumpus, so that's pretty good. Potentially some Ember Control coming down from Brobnar. So actually, I'm going to do that. We'll play out the Grumpus Tamer. Then we'll play out Grok, War Grumpus, Ogopogo. That could be big. Yeah, so they can go Logos right now with what I see on the board, and they can get to check. I feel like keeping this stuff in the back sleeve, like I have a creature, so I know for a fact I can TMTP and then put something on the Yantzee Gang. We've already seen the Axiom, so if they manage to pull their Shrix and do some nonsense there, they're not going to be able to, in theory, wipe the board before that. If we get this, it's gonna be a well-fought game, I think. I'll feel pretty good about it. All right, so we get Shrix. Shrix does come down. And Exalts. And the Scudum. All right, so they're currently sitting at 1 Ember. 6 Ember. 6 Ember. They've got the Thero Centurion. They haven't drawn back into EE, of course. I think this is actually a Brobnar turn to close this out, hopefully. Opponent loses 1 Ember off of a Grok, which seems just obscene that would actually work. So we're gonna go Brobnar here. Don't have anything else funny, do we? Do they? No. We're gonna go with Brobnar. We're gonna go ahead and do some reaping, I think, right? Well, we're gonna blood money something. We're gonna blood money, and I think I need to kill the Thero Centurion. So blood money the Thero Centurion. Oh, it does have to destroy a creature. So Grok will fight there. Ogopogo will fight there. Deal 2 damage to the Thero Centurion. So our opponent's at 5 Ember. We'll reap here. Fight with Ogopogo into the Thero Centurion. Reap. Do that thing. Cowfine. War Grumpus. And then we'll call that good. Cost is 6. They only have 4 plus the 1 on Shrix. So they need to basically pull 4 Ember away from us right now, or otherwise increase the key cost. They probably have the Redder in hindsight, so I didn't think about that. Did not think about the Redder. All right, we got Dis. Surely not, right? Rockeb. Evil Eye and Rockeb. Whew. I think we do it. I think we did it. By Jove, we gotta win. Gotta win with the offensively laboring Wendelin. That was definitely a well-fought game from Dan Port, piloting Solomon Tesoro, Cazador de la Tienda. Anyways, thank you so much for checking out this video. I hope it was interesting for you. I know it's a little bit longer than I try and have with these videos, but you know, I was definitely in the think tank. I had some tough decisions to make. I think we have one more video in the series with this deck, so I do hope you'll check back later in the week for that, and I will see you in that video. So long.